Bills Mafia, this team just keeps pushing to get better every single week. You can feel it, right? Every practice, every snap, it's all about improvement, refining the little details, staying sharp, and fighting to bring that Super Bowl dream to Buffalo. Before we dive into today's breaking updates, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments how confident you are heading into Sunday night's matchup. Now, let's get into it, because the Bills just got some good news and some tough news ahead of their primetime showdown against the New England Patriots. Let's start with the good news first. Life just got a little bit easier for Josh Allen and the Bills' offense. The New England Patriots have officially ruled out starting linebacker K'Lavon Chaisson for Week 5. That's right, one of the Patriots' most disruptive defenders won't be on the field when Buffalo takes the stage under the lights at Highmark Stadium. Chaisson was downgraded from questionable to out on Saturday, which is a massive blow for a Patriots defense that relies heavily on his presence. Through the first 4 weeks of 2025, Chaisson has been on the field for over 68% of New England's defensive snaps, racking up 9 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 5 quarterback hits. He's been a problem for opposing quarterbacks, and just last week, he recorded a sack and a tackle for loss in a dominant win over the Carolina Panthers. Without him, the Patriots are going to have to get creative. Expect guys like Keon White, Anfernee Jennings, and even Elijah Ponder to rotate in and try to fill the gap. But let's be honest, none of them bring the same mix of speed and power off the edge that Chaisson does. And this comes at a perfect time for Buffalo, especially with questions surrounding the health of right tackle Spencer Brown. Now here's where things get interesting. Brown missed last week's win over the New Orleans Saints with a calf injury, and he's still listed as questionable heading into this matchup. But all signs are pointing toward a return. He's been moving better in practice, showing progress every day, and if he's good to go Sunday night, that's a big win for Buffalo's offensive line. Think about it. Brown back in action, and the Patriots missing one of their top pass rushers. That's exactly the kind of advantage the Bills need to keep Allen upright and let this offense keep rolling. Because let's face it, when Josh Allen has time, he's unstoppable. He's already in MVP form, and with James Cook running wild behind him, this offense is as balanced and dangerous as we've seen it in years. But just as things were trending in the right direction, the Bills got hit with some unfortunate news. One that stings, especially for the future of the defense. The team announced on Saturday that rookie cornerback Dorian Strong has been placed on injured reserve due to a neck injury. And that's not something you ever want to hear. Neck injuries are scary, and while the full extent isn't yet known, the team made it clear he'll be out for at least the next 4 games. That means Strong won't be eligible to return until at least Week 10 when the Bills take on the Jets. His 21-day practice window could open in early November, but for now, the rookie season is on pause. This is tough, Bills fans. Strong was starting to find his rhythm after a promising preseason and a solid debut early in the year. He totaled 10 tackles in his first 4 games and showed flashes of the physicality and quick instincts that made the coaching staff so high on him. Remember, he earned a starting role opposite Christian Benford when Tre'Davious White went down with that preseason groin injury. But over the past few weeks, Strong's role had already begun to shrink, with White returning to action and reclaiming his starting spot. Still, Strong was a key depth piece, a guy who could step in at any moment and hold his own. And now the Bills' cornerback depth chart is getting thinner by the minute. Right now, the only realistic backup options at corner are Jamarcus Ingram and Brandon Cotterington, the latter primarily being used as a return specialist. Both were inactive last week against New Orleans, which tells you how much the team was relying on Strong as part of the rotation. To make matters even more complicated, first-round rookie Maxwell Harston is still recovering from a knee injury and remains on IR himself. Harston's practice window could have opened this past week, but the Bills chose to keep him sidelined for now, not wanting to rush him back. So, essentially, Buffalo is down 2 promising rookie corners heading into a game against a divisional rival known for testing your secondary with quick throws and creative routes. But the silver lining, the Patriots' passing attack hasn't exactly been explosive this year. Whether it's Mac Jones or whoever ends up starting under center, New England has struggled to stretch the field. Their offense ranks near the bottom of the league in yards per attempt, and without consistent playmakers, it's hard to see them suddenly lighting up this Bills defense. But still, Sean McDermott knows better than anyone you can't take any opponent lightly, especially a divisional rival like the Patriots. Even a weakened New England defense has a way of making things uncomfortable if you let them hang around too long. So Sunday night becomes all about execution. Protect Josh Allen, get the run game going early, and make sure the defense stays disciplined. The Bills have every reason to feel confident, but they've also been around long enough to know, in the AFC East, you earn every win. Bills Mafia, this matchup has everything. Storylines, momentum, and now some last-minute roster shakeups that could play a big role in how it all unfolds. Before he put on that red and blue, Bosa's last few years in Los Angeles were rough, really rough. Between nagging injuries and long stretches on injured reserve, he played just 28 games over 3 seasons. That's hard for any athlete, but for someone of Bosa's caliber, a 5-time Pro Bowler, one of the most feared pass rushers in the game, it was especially frustrating. The Chargers eventually decided to move on this past offseason, releasing him after another injury-plagued year. Many wondered if Joey Bosa's best football was behind him, but the Buffalo Bills, they saw something different. They saw an opportunity, and they took it. Bosa signed a 1-year, $12.6 million deal with Buffalo, and from day one, he's looked like a man on a mission. Through the first 4 games of the season, Bosa's already made his presence felt. 8 tackles, 2 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. 4! That's the kind of disruptive energy the Bills' defensive line needed to take that next step. But what's even more impressive than the numbers is the mindset behind his comeback. When ESPN's Alana Getzenberg asked him how he's managed to put the injuries behind him, his answer was raw and honest. He said, "It's really tough, but playing scared and trying not to get injured is just going to cause more issues than not being. When you decide to play another year, you make that deal with yourself. Like, I'm okay with getting injured. It's part of the game. But you're not going to think about it while you're out there. You're going to go full speed, 100 miles an hour, and whatever happens, happens."
That's vintage Bosa. Fearless, straightforward, and brutally honest. He knows what he's been through. He knows the pain, the rehab, the doubt, but he's channeling all of that into fuel, not fear. And the results speak for themselves. Bosa's been explosive off the line, setting the tone early in games and forcing opposing quarterbacks into mistakes. His strip sack against Miami in Week 3, game changer. His ability to pressure quarterbacks has opened up opportunities for other defenders. Ed Oliver, Greg Rousseau, and even rookie Javon Solomon are all benefiting from the attention Bosa commands. But Bosa also explains something deeper, something that shows just how much he's matured through those injury battles. He said that playing fast and playing violent is actually the best way to protect yourself. Quote, "Usually if you're playing fast and physical, you're actually protecting yourself more. If you're watching around the pile, not running to the ball, that's when you get rolled up," Bosa said. That's a powerful statement, and it tells you everything about his approach. Instead of being cautious, he's embracing aggression. He's playing with instinct again, the way he did when he was one of the most dominant edge rushers in the league. And that mindset fits perfectly with Sean McDermott's defensive culture: fast, physical, and fearless. Think about it, Bills fans. This is exactly what Buffalo's defense needed heading into a stretch of tough games. You have the veteran leadership of Bosa setting the tone, the steady dominance of Ed Oliver in the trenches, and the young energy from players like Javon Solomon and Terrell Bernard rallying around him. This isn't just about Joey Bosa's comeback. It's about what his presence represents. For a team that's been chasing that Lombardi trophy for years, Bosa brings championship experience and veteran accountability. He's been through highs and lows. He knows what it takes to get back up after setbacks. And right now, he's showing this defense what it means to play without hesitation. And let's not overlook how personal this moment is for him. Sunday night's matchup against the Patriots is another big opportunity, another national stage to show the football world that Joey Bosa is still one of the premier defensive ends in the NFL. He'll be going up against a young quarterback in Drake May, and you know Bosa's already licking his chops. If Buffalo can get early pressure, it's going to be a long night for New England. Now, the Bills are 4-0 heading into this game, one of only 2 undefeated teams left in the NFL, right next to the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. The energy is electric, and Bosa's resurgence is a big reason why this defense looks as complete as ever. So let's wrap it up with this question. Do you think the absence of Kayvon Thibodeaux gives the Bills' offense an edge big enough to dominate Sunday night? Or are you more concerned about losing Dorian Strong and the growing list of defensive injuries? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk about it. And hey, if you're as fired up for this primetime showdown as I am, hit that like button right now, subscribe for more exclusive Bills coverage, and share this video with another fan who bleeds red and blue. The Bills are fighting, improving, and proving every week that this team is built for something special. Sunday night under the lights, it's Buffalo's time to shine. Go Bills!